God has given us grace to have the specific gifts that he has given us. This is not favoritism. You have to understand that he has a plan. He has a script, and he has roles that he needs to cast, and he's going to cast people for different roles. Doesn't mean that one is more important than the other. Doesn't mean that one person is better than the other. No, it just means that he's going to cast people roles according to the abilities that he's given them. It's not that he's given this person more abilities and more talents because he's better. No, we're all like, let me just explain something to you. We're all on this blank slate. Like, we're all on the same like level. We all have the same worth. And you know what that worth is? And I said it before, is that Jesus Christ died for all of us. He died for all. He didn't die more for some people and die less for the other people. He died for every last one of us. No other thing on this planet has ever set a worth, set a price, and bought the price and bought us at the price. Jesus Christ established our worth. For God so loved the world that he gave his only begotten son, that all that believe in him shall have everlasting life. God loved us so much and realized we are worth the death of Jesus Christ, and then Jesus Christ died for us. Every last one of us. That is your worth. So I would say to the prideful, is something that you may not want to hear, but you have nothing to really glory in because you've received it all. I don't care how hard you worked. I don't care who you think that you are. There are people that may have worked harder than you. There are people who may have been could have been set up more than you, whatever it might have been, and they didn't get it. And they just simply didn't get it. People that were just as hardworking as you, but they're not born in the right time of all this technology. I mean, come on, dude. I can go on and on all day. Let's talk to the insecure, because the insecure need talking to. And this is the part that really hit me when we're talking about in verse 7. When Apostle Paul said, "For who maketh thee to differ from one another?" You know, that really hit me, because as he's talking to people who are puffed up one against another, meaning, you know, one person saying they're better than the other person saying they're better than the other person, right? He didn't say, what makes you to be better than another person? He said, what makes you to differ from another person? This touched my spirit, because I believe every word in the Bible is very intentional. He didn't say what makes you to be better than another person, because the better person does not exist. Ladies and gentlemen, the better man, the better woman does not exist. The less than man, the less than woman does not exist. We are all simply just different. Apostle Paul said, "For who maketh you to differ?" And the answer to that question is God. God is the person. God is the reason. He is the person to blame for you being different. He's the person to blame. And you've been resenting it your entire life. But the thing is, you are different for a specific reason, because you have a specific purpose. You have a specific role to play. But meanwhile, you're comparing yourself over and over and over again to people who are simply not playing the same role. When you realize that the entire world is filled with people who are different, then you must accept the fact that there is no one measuring stick that we all have to adhere to. Because you know the measuring stick. I mean, it can be perceived as different for different people, but you got to get the most money. The guy with the most money is the best person. The guy with the most or the girl with the most is the most attractive is the best person. The one with the most education is the best person. All these measuring sticks, these are the things that's supposed to measure a woman, it's supposed to measure a man. But we were all made to be different things. We're not all made to be Jeff Bezos. We're not all made to be LeBron James. And imagine LeBron James comparing himself to Jeff Bezos. We're not all meant to be TD Jakes. We're not all meant to be, like Denzel Washington. We're not all, it's just, we're literally here to do different things. But you are just so addicted. You're so addicted to trying to be the same. But God's the one that made you different. So look here, when you're trying to be the same, you're actually, the reason why every time you try to be the same, oh my God, the reason why every time you try to be the same and you fail so hard and you feel so bad is that you are going heads up with God. You're going heads up with God. You're going heads up because God is the one that made you different. And you're trying to go against that. You're going here, heads up. And you think you're going to win that. When you accept the fact that you're different, you realize how toxic comparison is, how demonic it is. I'll say it. It's an evil spirit. It's an evil spirit. It is a spirit of self-torment. I wrote this down and said, when you realize this, you realize that comparison is a never-ending cycle of self-inflicted mental torment.